When I was just a little kid, I was sitting on the garden wall. Oh, well.
Hey guys, so today I wanted to bring to you a slightly different video than what I normally do. But if you watch my vlogs, you know that today I went to the doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor to be exact, to get my nose checked out because as far as I can remember, I have always suffered from pretty large bloody noses, and so I finally wanted to go get that checked out because I started having like troubles breathing in this side of my nose. This is why I sound so stuffy, because I'm about to tell you about me getting my nose cauterized. But so I went in today to have that looked at, and I am somebody, I have massive anxiety towards doctors and anything that has to do with that. Any medical thing, like going to the eye doctor freaks me out, going to like a dermatologist freaks me out. Anything with like doctor, medical, something in the name, I like have a nervous breakdown. So I went today and I got to bring my friend Abby with me, and we went today. And sorry, I have a box of Kleenex right here and a tissue. My nose is currently dripping really bad. I just got back home from the doctor like maybe 45 minutes ago or so. So we go in today. I didn't really know what to expect. I was going in basically to get my nose cauterized, but my doctor had to check me over and everything, and I was so lucky that the nurse was hilarious, because when I'm freaked out at the doctors, I start cracking jokes left and right. What the heck? I start cracking jokes left and right. I get all crazy. I get all like goofy, like silly chatter, and I just keep talking about things. And I'm like, I am freaked out of doctors, blah, blah. I'm like, if I'm a good girl, I get to go to Dairy Queen after this. And yeah, I start cracking jokes and nervous like chatter and everything. So then she was really funny, and I'm like, I like you. But so she was all good. She like did weight, blood pressure, pulse, all of that, which was all except for weight, but like, so my blood pressure and pulse and everything were extremely high, and she just thought it was the funniest thing because she knew I was so scared. And then she warned the doctor, I think, but she said he was really funny. And then when he came in, sorry I sound all stuffy, but when he came in, he was also really funny, and he shook my hand. I'm like, I don't know if you want to do that, because my hand was all clammy and everything, and oh, my nose. And so he came in and shook my hand, and I was like, I don't know if you want to do that, because my ham, yeah, I just bring ham with me. No, my hand was super cold and clammy and ooh. And he's like, whoa. And then he was like going on about, he's like, so I hear you have a growth in your nose. I'm like, yeah, and he goes, that's gross. And he was just really funny and nice. And so then he like looked at my ears, my throat, felt my neck, and then he looked at my nose. And this doctor did not use a camera. He used like some metal thing and then looked in with a flashlight, which did not hurt one bit, not at all. And then he gave me options, like, because he said that my septum is just slightly off, like there's nothing bad, like you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but there is a surgery that I could just get my cartilage like taken down a little bit or something, I don't know. And he said you'd be out for like a half hour and it'd be like one stitch. And then he said if you want to stop the nosebleeds, you can either do nothing and just live with it because it doesn't look very bad, or you could get the nose cauterizing, which is silver nitrate on like a stick. And then, or you could get the, if the silver nitrate doesn't work and the blood vessel is bigger than we think, you could do the electrical current one, and you'd have to get a shot in your nose to numb it. So I opted for the silver nitrate on the stick because we didn't really know if, I mean, you can try the silver nitrate a few times and on different blood vessels, because if you're not in there while your nose is currently bleeding, he can't for sure say which blood vessel it bleeds out of. But he could see that where my cartilage is out a little bit on this side, my blood vessel is as well, so that could be blocking my airway a little bit more than usual. So he said that could actually clear up all of my problems if that is what it is. And he said that we could try it, and if it doesn't work, we could try again, and then if that doesn't work, do the electrical thing or do the whole like procedure on my nose, whatever. So I opted for doing the nose cauterizing with the silver nitrate, and basically what that is, I think, is it burns the inside of your nose and closes off the blood vessel that you were having problems with, and then they will find, your blood vessels will then find a different route within your nose. So yeah. So then what he did was to start the procedure, he kind of examined my nose one more time, and which does not hurt whatsoever from my doctor. And then he put a cotton ball that was soaked in, what is that word? It's something that like numbs your nose. So whatever that stuff, he soaked it in. And so he put that, it was like dripping and soaked, and he put that in my nose for a few minutes. And he said if it goes back in my throat, it tastes really bad, but it didn't go in my throat. So I don't really know. And so he let that sit for a little bit. The nurse came back in, and they're all cracking jokes. He's like, you got some holes in your knees and in your jeans. And then my mom's like, she's got a lot of problems today. And yeah, so we were all cracking jokes, and my friend was laughing, and we were having like, for being at the doctor's, we were having a better time. But then he took that out with his little like tweezer things, which none of this whatsoever hurt. And then he like tilted my head back a little bit, and he has 2 like regular cotton swabs on long sticks, and then 2 of the silver nitrate sticks. And then he started with 1 silver nitrate stick, and you cannot move your head, because if you do, it can touch the outside of your skin and it burns a little black thing, and it looks like a black booger on your nose, which I currently can't even see the black in my nose, because after the procedure he puts in Vaseline stuff. And yeah, but so he did that, and he's like, you might sneeze a lot. And he said if it hurts too much, just tell me to stop, and then we can let you breathe a little bit and then start over. And so I had like my game face on, what my mom said, and Abby was holding my hand, and my mom was making funny faces in the background. And so I was like this, like I just picked a spot and I was staring at it, and he was moving it around and doing it. And the first one did not hurt like at all. I felt a little tingle, but not bad. And then they used the regular cotton swab and swabbed that up, and then they went to the next one and they did it another time to make sure they got everything. And that one burned a little bit more, because the numbness was wearing off, and he had already burned the spot, so it was hurting more than the first time, obviously, because it was already sensitive. And then he did that, and then he took another swab and like just to get the rest of the chemicals out of my nose. And then he came in with the big gloop, I don't know what you call those, big dollop of daisy, I don't know, a big thing of like Vaseline type Neosporin, whatever, to put in my nose. And then he said, or the nurse lady said, my nose would be very, very drippy, which she is right, because my nose has been dripping nonstop now. And I keep sneezing now because it's like tickly, so, and you have to sneeze with your mouth open after you get this. So I'm like, achoo! But yeah, so that is basically the whole procedure. I have to say, after watching videos on YouTube and reading comments and everything, I thought this was going to be like a life or death situation. It just seemed so scary, and that it was going to hurt really bad. And the whole procedure didn't hurt as bad as I thought. It burns a little bit. It hurts more after the fact. Like burning and stuff. And I'm not sure if everything's unnumb yet, but my nose is currently dripping up a storm. It's really nasty. But they just did one side because this side wasn't bad. I usually bleed out of my left side, so they did that one side. And I can't like, I don't think I can lift heavy things. I can't, they suggest to not work out right away. What else? I can't like have my head facing down because that puts more blood pressure. I can't push with bowel movements. Apparently that's what they said. So you have to kind of just let it flow out itself. But yeah, there's a bunch of things. And then they also, if I do get nosebleeds again, they gave me like a nose clamp to help with those. What else? But yeah, I would say pain. I have a very low pain tolerance. At least I think I do, but I've had a lot of procedures done on my face. I've had like 12 birthmark surgeries because I have a large birthmark here. Laser surgeries, which they used to put me to sleep when I was younger, and then when I got older, they stopped doing that, and it feels like bee stings or like rubber bands snapping on your face. So that's painful. But I would say it's not as bad as the internet makes it out to be whatsoever, because I was terrified. Yeah, I would definitely say it's like on the lower pain scale. It just burns. So like when you burn your skin, it's the same thing but like in a mucous membrane, which is a little bit more sensitive. I think you can't blow your nose fully for like, I think 3 days, and then I think they kind of want you to wait a full week for stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure what the burning will feel like after I've been sitting with it for a while, but currently it just burns a little bit. It's tolerable, it's fine. But yeah, definitely don't believe what you're reading on the internet, because it is not that bad. If you have to get like the electrical current one, that will probably hurt more if you have to do other things. But make sure that your doctor numbs your nose. Make sure that you pick a doctor who is hilarious as crap like mine was. Yeah, I was really lucky to have the people I had. And do your research, I think. Yeah, and just make sure that you're breathing during the procedure, because my biggest fear is in life in general is to pass out. That is my biggest fear, and that's why I'm so scared of like doctors and sickness, because usually with those things that kind of comes along with it. So yeah, make sure you're breathing and you are fine. You are going to be okay. It is not as bad as it seems. The buildup, me stressing for the past week for it, was not worth it. But yeah, it definitely is not as bad. The aftermath is just what hurts the most, but you are at home. You get to come home, you get to relax, pop in a movie. I went to Dairy Queen afterwards. They got a chocolate extreme blizzard. Like, treat yourself. Just make sure you follow the rules. Yeah, it is not as bad as you're going to make it out to be. So yeah, although I'm sure everybody's pain tolerance is different. I didn't have much pain until the second time around, and it wasn't like I was crying. I was just focused, very focused, and now it is just a little bit of burning. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to make a sit-down one about this, because searching through YouTube, there are not many videos about nose cauterization. I found a few, and yeah, I didn't find that many. So, and other ones were like blood clots and all this, and I'm like, that's not what this is about. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is what I wore today to go. This is my trusty shirt that is super comfy, that I wear to everything I am very scared of doing. Like when I went to Spain, I wore this on the flight because I was so nervous. This is my trusty shirt. It is super comfortable, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please give it a like and subscribe if you did. Sorry I sound all stuffy, but that is the aftermath of this, and I will see you all real soon. Bye guys.